Hola mi gente, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, hi, my name is Bianca. Guys, it feels like forever that I filmed a video. I actually didn't post it just last week, 2 uploads, but it felt like forever. I missed you guys so much. So if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I'll leave my little Instagram handle here and it's always in the description box below. But I actually got a job as a server at a restaurant. So I've been like super busy with training and learning the menu and the alcohol drinks, because I know I have a couple like alcohol videos on here on my channel, but I'm not a big alcohol drinker, so I don't know about like alcohol mixtures, and so it's just been a lot of training, a lot of studying, because I'm trying to get this money so I can get this grind on. So that is why I didn't upload last week. I miss you guys so much, like I said. So this video is gonna be maybe a little chit chatty. I don't know yet, because I do want to like inform you guys and stuff. But this video is mainly going to be about me doing a full face of e.l.f. makeup. I have all of my makeup around here, just spread out on my desk. So we're gonna be testing these e.l.f. products out and doing a full face of e.l.f. products. So I'm gonna grab this e.l.f. face primer. This is a poreless face primer. It's a pink one. And I'm just going to apply it everywhere where I feel like my pores are really like out there, so they can like fill them in. So it's my cheeks, a little bit on my nose, not so bad on my nose, just a little, and on my other cheek. Alright, so I usually do my eyebrows first, eyes, and then face. So I'm going to be taking this Ultra Precise Brow Pencil, and this is in the color Neutral Brown. I'm actually working super hard right now because I actually want to get eye surgery, like laser, because I can't with these glasses. I've been wearing glasses since I was in 1st grade, so literally my whole life has always been with glasses, and I'm over it. I'm done. They're annoying. They fall off at work, they get foggy. So yeah, so I'm just doing my normal brows like I always do. So be very gentle because it just broke. Wow, that broke like nothing. Okay, so maybe not so high up. Maybe do like a small. That was a lot that fell off too. So how have y'all been? What have y'all been doing? I feel like I've been gone for 1,000 years. So leave in the comments below what you guys have been doing. What's something new that y'all been doing? This quarantine is still here. Miss Rona, you got to go, honey. All right, so now I'm done with my brows. I'm actually gonna take this e.l.f. professional eyeliner brush. This is my favorite brush to carve out my eyebrows. I use it all the time. It's looking rough. I've had it for years and years and years. This brush is amazing and inexpensive. I'm not sure exactly how much it was, but I wanna say it doesn't go over like $1 to $3 for these white ones. I mean, back in the day, that's how much it was. So I'm gonna grab this e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer in Fair Warm, and I'm just gonna use my brush and just kind of dab it a little bit on the tip of this concealer, and then carve out my eyebrows that way. Because I usually always use a MAC, but you know, e.l.f., so this is what we're using. So this is how I would carve it out. And I know it's like super white, but I like to mix my concealers and stuff and work it in. So I'm just gonna be warming this up and working it in, and then when I use the foundation, I'll make sure to go over this, like the top part and stuff, so that it's not like white. See, so I blend that out and it blends out really well. Yes, see? And now I'm gonna do the other side. And I know they're looking a little crazy right now, but trust the process. Trust it. All right, now moving on to eyes, I'm actually gonna take the e.l.f. Camo 16-Hour Concealer in the color Fair Warm Again, and I'm gonna use this as a eye primer. It's actually a really good concealer. I really like it as a concealer and also an eye primer. I just feel like it's 2-in-1, it's bomb. So I'm gonna do just a little bit because a little bit goes a long way with this concealer, especially it being so white. You don't wanna look crazy. And then I'm just gonna blend in this concealer. So now that I blended the eyeshadow primer, I'm going to be, concealer, eyeshadow primer. I'm gonna be taking this bite-sized eyeshadow in Cream and Sugar. Let me see that. Alright, so I'm going to be taking this Cream and Sugar eyeshadow palette. And it's super cute. It's only $3, you guys. Like, how can you beat that? And it has, like, an everyday look. Like, I feel like this is what I would use as an everyday. Because I tend to go for more, like, neutrals. Obviously, like a lot of people do. And oranges. Like, I just put a little bronzer and I'm at the door. For work, I get a little, you know, creative because we wear masks and, like, they can only see your eyes. But, like, if I'm just gonna run, like, a quick errands or something, or even if I don't have time for work, this is a perfect little palette where I can just, like, on the go. Like, no big palette, just, like, this takes up no room. So I'm gonna be taking this little palette, and I'm gonna be taking this e.l.f. eye crease brush. And I'm gonna be taking this first one right here. It's powdery, so be careful. And I'm just gonna be applying it all over, really, but focusing it more on my crease. This color is like super tan, super light, so you're not gonna see it like so much, but definitely just gives a little color. It's super pretty color. It's super light. I feel like this would be a perfect palette for like a wedding, or yeah, I feel like weddings usually have like super like flawless skin, are really like effortless, you know. So I feel like this palette is really good for that types of looks. So I'm just going back in with that same color, trying to see if it's like buildable, if it intensifies. It really just looks the same. Now what I'm going to do with another eye crease brush, it's the same. I'm going to actually go in with the brown color now, and I'm going to do the same motion, but I'm actually going to focus it more on my actual crease instead of putting the color all over. So let's see how intense this is. I feel like this brush is really good because it's pointy in a way, so you can like really get in there, and also it's like fluffy enough so where like if you go in circles, it actually does help blend the color out. Because when I first put it on, I was like, oi, I think I went too sharp, but no, it's actually blending really well. So like this brown is kind of gray, you know? I feel like it looks kind of gray. What do you guys think? It's looking a little more on the gray side, like a cooler brown. So I'm just gonna swatch it for you guys because I don't plan on using these two colors right here. So it's these two middle ones. Let's see. Okay, this is like a perfect shimmery white cool tone. It's like you could use it like as a highlight. And then this one is like a gold shimmer. Definitely use it, you know, it's like a gold shimmer. You could also use it as a highlight. Can you guys see that? It's right here. So this white one is this, and it actually looks gold on the palette, but it has a lot of silver in it. This one right here. And then this orange one, gold looking one, is right here. So Beautiful. These two, they're very light. They're not intense, but they definitely look like they would get the job done. You can use the lighter one for like a highlight. You could even use the other one if you're at maybe a darker complexion. You know, you got that melanin. You could use this gold one and put it as a highlight as well. Inner corner, like eyebrow bone highlight. You could do a lot of things. So I actually don't plan on using those, even though beautiful, I love that. I actually plan on using this shimmer liquid glitter eyeshadow, Ocean Eyes. So it's in the color Ocean Eyes. And when I saw this, if you guys know, I say this in almost every video of my makeup videos, I love glitter. Like, I'm obsessed with glitter. So when I saw this, I was like, I need to have that. It's gorgeous, it looks stunning. And I actually heard, I believe, I don't want to start rumors, it's like a dupe for like a higher end liquid glitter eyeshadow. So I'm actually very excited. I'm going to swatch it first to make sure that this is what I want. So it has a cute little, you know, doe applicator right here. So I'll apply it right here. I just messed up my swatch. Whoops. So this is more like a topper. I expected it to have like chunkier glitter in it. It's definitely gorgeous. I actually messed up the swatch, so I don't even know if I should show you guys. I mean, I'll show you, but I like totally messed it up. Because I suck at swatches. I really do. I feel like this would look good with like a base under. Like if you had like a blue eyeshadow and then put this, I feel like this is more of a topper. I don't know why I was expecting it to be like chunkier enough to where I could build it and then it be the eyeshadow focus. So I guess I am going to use this little palette, and I'm going to use the gold, like the more gold one, and use that as a base. So I'm going to take this e.l.f. eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to take the gold right here. It's the one right next to the brown. And I'm going to try it dry first, and then I'll wet it, because I just love testing to see if the shimmers will look different, like a foiler look, if they even change, are they buildable. Just very important to me because I love shimmers. So I'm going to put this on dry. You see that? I mean, she's there. She's cute, but I just want to intensify her. Even though I do plan on putting the blue, I still want to see how intense it can get. So I'm going to do this side because I do want to see how intense it is, and I'm going to do it wet. So I'm going to get some product. Sometimes I like to wet my brush first and then get the product, but this time I'm going to put the product on my brush, so the eyeshadow, and then wet it with my e.l.f. Dewy Setting Mist. So with that, and now I'm gonna try it on this side. Yeah, it gives a more foily look. Still not like super intense. Let's see if we can go back in with some more. Don't be scared, put some more. With the same wet brush. So it is buildable. It definitely is building up right now. And I don't even know why I just assumed that it was gonna be like super like intense colors when I can clearly see in the palette it's like super light, you know, effortless colors, like an everyday look. But I just feel like I really wanted a more intense, richer, pigmented look. It's definitely pigmented, but I want it to be like pigmented, you know. But for the price, you cannot beat the price. Like, I feel like it's bomb. So I'm gonna go back in with the e.l.f. Shimmer eyeshadow, and this is in the color Ocean Eyes, and I'm gonna use this now as a topper. So let's see how this works on the eye. I feel like I just want to go in directly. I feel like it's a mess, and even though I really like that it does have a applicator like as a brush, like on the head of it, because I feel like it's like so helpful to not have to worry about a different brush and like, you know, having to dip into the product and stuff. I don't know though. I feel like it's like super watery and I'm hot and I'm like not even getting shimmer. Can y'all see that? Look. I just feel like it's super watery. No, oh. Let me go back and with some more. Maybe it's like buildable. No, I don't like this. It's too watery. I feel like the shimmers are like not even there. They're barely any. It's literally like tinted water with like 4 little shimmers. That is so disappointing. I really wanted that to work. I'm gonna try to put some of the shimmer on top of the blue and see how that works. If not, I'll just take it off and, you know, have a just like this eye on this side. So I'm gonna put some of this gold shimmer on top. So something about me is that I will try to make it work and try and then until I'm like, no. So I'm just putting the gold all over this blue to like tone it down a little. And then I think I'm gonna go in with this brown again in my crease. Yeah. All right. Okay. I can save it. No, I can make it work. All right, so I'm gonna do the same thing on this side and then I will be back. I know it was a mess, but I'll be back. All right, so I'm back. I fixed it as much as I could. I tried to save it, but I'm so disappointed in this shimmer. Like, I really wanted this liquid shimmer right here to work, but I am done with my eyeshadow. Now I'm going to go in with my liquid eyeliner. And this is in the color Jet Black, and it's the Expert Liquid Liner. So it comes like this, and I love liquid liners that come with the little brush like this. I just feel like it's so much easier for me to line. I actually have, if you don't know, I do have my eyeliner tattooed, so I just like go over it with the liquid liner. So I just feel like it's like easier to do so because I do have my eyeliner tattooed to use this brush. So just go over it and done. There we go. It is perfect. Now I'm gonna go in with my mascara, and this is the Length and Volume Black Waterproof Mascara, and in the color it's black waterproof mascara. So I'm gonna try this mascara. I hope it gives me the length and volume that I want. So the little brush, it's actually tiny. I was expecting it to be longer. It is thick, but it's tiny, so maybe it's perfect for like getting into those little areas without like smudging, because I know those big ones, when I do it, I do tend to like stain up here. I'm not trying to jinx it, you know. Around this, and I like to put my, ooh, that is already giving me length. So now that I'm finally done with my eyes, I know I take forever. It's probably one of the things that I always do. I always take forever with my eyes. Like, I just do. It's like my main focus. The rest of my face, I feel like it's every day the same thing, but my eyes is like something that I feel like it's my canvas. I really get to play with colors and textures and shimmers and, you know, all those things. So now we can finally move to the face, and I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Sand Foundation. This is an oil-free satin finish foundation. This is my e.l.f. sponge. I've actually already used this, as you can tell. It's my favorite. It's really, 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 really good sponge. So I'm going to be taking my sand satin finish foundation. This is a flawless finish foundation in the color Sand. Oh, you just pop it up. And I'm going to be putting some on the sponge, 2 pumps, and I'm going to be applying it. Ooh, it smells really good. Or it did a second ago. It smelled like perfume. Look at that coverage, guys. Like, and you guys know, like, you can tell on my face, I have acne. I struggle with acne, and I have acne scars, marks, you know, fresh acne. But look how amazing that's covered. And that's just one layer. Like, look at the difference. Covered all my redness. And it smells good, it really does. Drag it down my neck, because you know you want to be matching. I don't really like to put so much foundation on my forehead, so I just like kind of go all over the side of my face or wherever I've already applied like the bigger foundation portion. And then I just kind of like drag it to my forehead because I don't like, again, too much foundation on there. I just feel like there's no need. There's nothing really that I want to cover on my forehead except for redness. Just even it out, you know, my skin tone. That's a beautiful finish. So now I'm going to be taking the same 16-hour Camo Concealer in the color Fair Warm, and then I'm going to actually be using it now like as a concealer. So I'm going to be applying a little bit because, like I said, a little goes a long way. And since it is pretty light to my actual skin, I do want to put a little bit of it because then I'll just like look really off. So I'm going to put like a dot, 2 dots. Kind of like a tiny dot. The same right here. There we go. It's a little bit. You guys are gonna see right now. And I'm gonna take the same e.l.f. sponge, and I'm going to be going in. Alright, so now for the setting powder, I'm actually gonna be taking this setting powder in sheer, and I'm gonna be putting some on the cap. And I'm gonna be putting this right under my under eyes. Put a little bit, like everywhere that I put the concealer, I just put a little bit on my nose, my chin, on my forehead. And then the fun part is I actually like to carve out where my bronzer goes. And I'm gonna take the corner of my mouth. This is like a really light powder. Usually I like to use like a chunkier powder because I just feel like it grasps better. Alright, so now that we're all carved out, I'm gonna do my bronzer. So I'm gonna be taking this Sculpt and Shade Contour Palette, and this is in the light medium colors. So now with an angled foundation brush, I'm gonna be taking, let's see, let's open this up. I'm gonna be taking this color right here and doing my bronzer this way, my contour areas. So I'm just gonna wipe the setting powder off, and I don't have a brush. I couldn't find a brush that I wanted, you know, similar to this one. I'm just gonna use my Marc Jacobs brush and just swipe it all away. Alright, so now that the bronzer contour is out of the way, now it's time for blush. So I'm going to take this primer infused blush in the color Always Rosy. It's for a long lasting wear. So it's this blush right here. It's kind of like a berry type of color. It kind of reminds me of the Milani, with just looking at the color, like the Milani Berry Amore, I believe it's called, that blush. It's a really good fake blush, I will say. All right, so I'm gonna be taking my blush brush and using this color Always Rosy. We're gonna 3 times. Take the excess off, see how intense this is. Oh, that's light. Okay, I can go in. There we go. Yeah, I like it to be pretty pink around my, orangey pink around my cheeks. All right, now that we're done with blush, we're gonna take this metallic flare highlighter, and this is in the color Rose Gold. So I actually couldn't find a brush that I liked for the highlighter, so I'm gonna be using my fingers for this. I'll be taking this. It's like literally non-existent on my finger. Where'd you go, honey? Do I have to warm it up? There's a little bit. Let's see how this applies with my finger. Why is it so hot? It's like scratchy. Let's see. I can see a little bit of it. It's nothing like crazy intense. Let me use a brush. This is my Morphe M510 brush. See if that works better. You'll see something. I don't see like a crazy difference between my finger and the actual brush itself. But when I wipe it, there's like definitely something, you know, there. I don't know. Alright, so this highlighter definitely isn't something that I expected. It was like super scratchy. There was no pigment, no nothing, like literally non-existent. So I do not recommend this highlighter at all. Go to the lips now, and I'm going to be using this e.l.f. liquid matte lipstick in the color Praline. Jolene, Jolene. So this is in the color Praline, and I've actually used this once, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, that's a beautiful color. It's like a nude berry. Does that make sense? So now last step, I'm going to be using my e.l.f. Dewy Setting Mist and setting this face. So I really like this setting mist because it does smell like coconut, but it definitely isn't a mist. Like this thing shoots at you. Like it's like it's nothing, you know, whimsical, like the Morphe setting spray. Yeah, the setting spray, setting mist. It definitely isn't anything compared to that. This will shoot at you. So keep that in mind. The final verdict. I'm going to talk about the things that I love first, and then the things that I absolutely did not like. So one of the things that I loved about this whole video, I feel like there was definitely some flops. Like there was flops. It wasn't like it was, no, honey, like just no. But one of the things that I really liked was this foundation. I really, really liked this e.l.f. foundation. I really, really, really like this concealer, this 16-hour camo concealer. I feel like it's a really, really good concealer. I've used this countless times in my other videos. I mix it with other concealers. I really like this concealer right here. I really like the packaging on this liquid lipstick. I feel like the colors are really good. They have a lot more options. Well, not a ton, but they do have more options. I love the applicator. I love the payoff, the lasting. This is really good liquid lipstick. The beauty sponge, which is dirty. I really like this beauty sponge. I actually use it all the time. That's why it's always dirty. This is perfect dupe for a higher end sponge. I just feel like you can't go wrong with this. Like, it's a sponge, it does what it needs to do, and it's inexpensive. Liquid liner, I didn't really love it in the beginning because of the color. I just felt like it needed to be more intense, but when you build it up, it definitely does, you know, get intense. It works, it doesn't crack. So yeah, it's a really good liner. The e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer is a really good face primer. I feel like for the price, again, everything for the price, it's really good. It's a really good dupe for a more higher end poreless face primer, so I definitely recommend that. The mascara. Honey, this mascara blew me away because it got in there. It gave me the length, the volume, everything that it said. I will see with the waterproof. I mean, maybe I'll cry today. I'm a BC's, maybe I'll cry. The blush. The blush is really good. Obviously, you have to go light-handed with this because it is intense. This color right here was super intense. For me, I felt like, oh my god, I went in too much. So, this blush, pigmented, be careful, but I definitely think it's worth it. And the contour palette. I feel like this palette, I love that it has so many other variations, like other colors in here. I just used this color for now, but it was really good. Definitely very intense, so light hand. But I just feel like that just makes it last longer because I don't have to like really get in there. It's just like a tap. It's gonna last me forever, so love that. This eyebrow pencil was super good. I do want to say that it was like super flimsy, so you have to, I'm like tough, like I go in there, but I feel like the color was really good. The application like was really nice, just the brush, don't bring it up too high, you know. I didn't even bring it up too high. I had it like up to there and it broke, so be careful. Just keep it, little tip, just keep it lower in there. The brush, this eye crease brush, this eyeshadow brush, and the blush brush. Really good brushes for now, at least. They did not break instantly. So blush, eyeshadow brush, and the eye crease brush. Really good brushes. Now let's talk about the flops. Let's talk about this liquid eyeshadow, Ocean Eyes. I really wanted this eyeshadow to work because, again, I love glitters, I love shimmers, and it was so watery, buildable, like there was no building it up. I had to literally cover it because just a mess. Like, I really wanted this to work. I don't understand how people are saying that this is a dupe for the Natasha Denona, I believe they were comparing it to. Like, where? No, I'm actually so upset that this didn't work because I really wanted this to work. So flop for that. This freaking highlighter. What in the hell? Like, what went wrong, e.l.f.? This is like non-existent pigment. It's super scratchy. You guys saw how in I went. It just, there's no color. Like, this isn't worth it. In my opinion, this is not worth it. And I really try to work with products if I feel like they're just like, I really try to give it a chance. This was not it. So I do not recommend this. What is it? The metallic? Yeah, I do not recommend the Metallic Flare Highlight Rose Gold. I do not recommend. This angled foundation brush, you guys saw, it broke. Nothing that like hot glue or like nail glue can't fix, but just keep in mind that they're definitely like flimsy, which doesn't really bother me because, again, I do use my bronzer brush, one of my favorite ones. Where is it? Right here. It's also broken, So like I don't mind. It's something that I'm already used to, but just keep in mind it does, you know, it's not very heavy duty. So flop for me right there. And lastly, it's not necessarily a flop, you know, because it did do, I just really wanted it to work, more pigmented. I don't know about durability, but I feel like the colors are definitely something that would interest, you know, brides and stuff like that. So not, like I said, necessarily a flop. I'm kind of in the middle of it because I definitely wanted these shimmers right here to be more intense. The brown is definitely intense, so light hand on that. This one is just like non-existent, at least not on my skin. It's non-existent. But like I said, I have mixed feelings. I feel like I need to play with this a little more. But I feel like definitely this would be something that if I really needed, instead of just a bronzer, you know, on my eyes, I would use this, something quick and easy. But yeah. So I'm actually disappointed that some of the products didn't work, but again, I am also super happy of the products that did work. I feel like I got, like, it wasn't a complete fail, even though in the beginning I did feel like I was failing. I was like, my eyeshadow was just like not it, sis. But yeah, I think that's it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.